Hello and welcome to this presentation on fixed versus growth mindset. In this video, we'll explore two different ways of approaching challenges, learning and personal development. The fixed mindset and the growth mindset. So what is a fixed mindset? Well, a fixed mindset is a belief that your abilities, talents and intelligence are fixed traits that can't be significantly developed or changed. People with a fixed mindset tend to believe that their talents are predetermined and that they have a certain amount of intelligence and skills that define their potential. They may believe that failures are proof of limitations and that success comes from a natural talent or luck rather than from effort and practice. On the other hand, a growth mindset is a belief that your abilities, talents and intelligence can be developed through dedication and effort and perseverance. People with a growth mindset tend to see challenges and failures as opportunities to learn and to improve. And they believe their potential is not fixed, but expandable. And they may also embrace the idea of yet, as in, I don't know this yet, or I can't do this yet, instead of seeing their current abilities as definitive. So the main difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset is the attitude towards challenges, feedback, and personal development. And while a fixed mindset tends to avoid challenges and seeks validation and gives up easily, a growth mindset embraces challenges, seeks feedback, and persists in the face of setbacks. And a growth mindset also tends to focus on the process of learning and on improvement rather than just the outcome, and to view mistakes and failures as opportunities for growth and discovery. So now that we have a basic understanding of what a fixed mindset and a growth mindset is, then let's explore some of the implications of these mindsets on our different areas of life. So one of the main benefits of a growth mindset is increased resilience. People with growth mindsets tend to bounce back from setbacks and challenges much more easily because they see these experiences as opportunities for learning and growth rather than evidence of their limitations. So by embracing challenges and seeking feedback, people with a growth mindset develop a more adaptive, more flexible attitude towards change and uncertainty. And that allows them to navigate life's ups and downs with more ease and confidence. Another benefit of a growth mindset is increased adaptability. So people with a growth mindset are more likely to experiment with new ideas, explore different strategies, and take calculated risks. And they do this as they see these experiences as chances to learn and to improve. And by being open to these new challenges and experiences and new perspectives, people with a growth mindset broaden their horizons and they expand their knowledge and skills, and that leads to greater opportunities and more fulfillment in life. And finally, a growth mindset fosters greater openness to learning. So people with a growth mindset see learning as a lifelong process rather than a fixed achievement. And they're more likely to seek out new knowledge and new skills, to ask questions and to challenge their assumptions. So by valuing learning and personal development, people with a growth mindset cultivate a growth-oriented mindset that helps them thrive in an ever-changing world. So overall, a growth mindset offers benefits that can enhance our well-being, productivity, and our fulfillment in life. And by embracing challenges and seeking feedback and valuing learning, we can develop a more adaptive and resilient and fulfilling mindset that helps us to thrive in all areas of life. Now that we've seen the benefits of a growth mindset, let's explore some practical strategies for shifting from a fixed to a growth mindset. So one way to shift across is to reframe challenges as opportunities. So instead of seeing challenges as threats to our abilities and self-worth, we can view them as chances to learn, to grow, and to develop new skills. And by approaching challenges, we can embrace the process of learning and improvement and focus on what we can do to overcome the challenge rather than on what we can't do. So another strategy is to embrace failure as a learning experience, because people with a fixed mindset tend to avoid failure because they see it as evidence of their own limitations. In contrast, people with a growth mindset see failure as a natural part of the learning process and as an opportunity to gather feedback and insights that can inform their future efforts. And by embracing failure and seeing it as a chance to learn, we overcome this fear of failure and we develop more resilience and a more growth-oriented mindset. A third strategy is to seek out new experiences. So instead of sticking to what we know and avoiding situations that challenge our beliefs and abilities, we can become curious and open to new experiences and see it as an opportunity to increase and expand our knowledge and our skills. And by seeking out these new experiences, we broaden our horizons, we challenge our assumptions, and we develop a more flexible and adaptive mindset. So overall, shifting from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset requires intentional effort and practice. But by reframing challenges as a learning experience, seeking out new experiences, we cultivate a more growth-oriented mindset that helps us thrive in all areas of life. Now let's explore some practical tips and some tools for developing a growth mindset. One effective tool for developing a growth mindset is setting incremental goals. So instead of focusing on achieving a fixed outcome or performance level, we can set smaller, achievable goals that allow us to make progress and build confidence over time. So by breaking down bigger goals into smaller, manageable steps, we're also reducing this fear of failure and we increase our motivation and resilience. Another tip is seeking feedback. Feedback from others can provide a really valuable insight and new perspectives that can help us learn and improve. So by asking for feedback and being open to constructive criticism, we can identify areas for growth and development and gain a better understanding of our strengths and weaknesses. And practicing self-compassion is another important tool for developing a growth mindset. And self-compassion involves treating ourselves with kindness, with understanding and acceptance, especially when we face challenges or setbacks. So by cultivating self-compassion, we can overcome this self-criticism, our negative self-talk, and that limits our potential and holds us back from trying or taking risks. So very important to try to avoid that. And finally, practicing gratitude and mindfulness helps us develop a growth mindset by promoting a more positive and present-oriented mindset. Gratitude involves focusing on things that we're thankful for in our lives, while mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment and observing our thoughts and feelings without any judgment. So by practicing gratitude and mindfulness, we develop a more optimistic, more resilient mindset, and that helps us stay focused on our goals and to overcome our obstacles. So overall, developing a growth mindset requires ongoing effort and practice, And setting these incremental goals, seeking feedback, practicing self-compassion, and cultivating gratitude and mindfulness, we develop a more growth-oriented mindset that helps us to thrive all round in our lives. I encourage you to embrace a growth mindset and to commit to making positive changes in your life. Start by setting small goals, seek feedback, practice self-compassion, challenge yourself to try new things, learn from your failures, and focus on the process rather than just the outcome. And remember, a growth mindset is not just a mindset, it's a way of life. And by approaching life with a growth-oriented mindset, we can unlock our potential, we can expand our horizons, and we can create more fulfilling and a more meaningful life for ourselves and for those around us. Thank you for watching this presentation. I'm Anna Barwick, and I wish you all the best in your journey towards a growth mindset.